region of Israel, like every morning I would get to wake up before the sun came up to start digging, but I could see the Sea of Galilee like from our kibbutz, so that was really cool. We discovered a cistern, so like an ancient water tunnel. We got to go down into it. It's like 30 feet underground, and the Jews used to hide from the Romans there. And there was this cutout in the rock where they would have put an oil dam. So crawling around down there and helping them like excavate that was really exciting. Something else that I really liked that we don't have in America was living on the kibbutz, because we actually got to be with Israelis. It wasn't just a completely tourist thing. So that was, I liked that a lot.
Or however you used to say, where else did you get to visit?
Okay, I'm sorry. I totally didn't mean any of that, did I? So I went to Haifa, which was my favorite part, mainly because that was our kind of our break in the middle of the day, and we just got to hang out on the beach. But we did a lot more than that, but that was my favorite part. But we went to, basically, they were all archaeological sites that we went to. In the north, whenever it comes back around, like Banyas, there's all these people like standing in this little like grotto. We went there. Like we would go on Saturdays to 2 different archaeological sites, and then once during the week. And then while we were in Haifa, we went to places around there in the Jezreel Valley. So we went to Megiddo. We went to Beit Sherim, these like catacombs. That was really cool. It kind of freaked me out just because you had to go like underground. I personally found a plow, but our dig is our overall huge thing that we discovered was the mosaic floor in the synagogue. We were like on the Israeli news and like Yahoo's homepage, like CNN. So that was like international news, which was really exciting. So it was. They still don't know. So it's like about this big, and it's 2 women's faces. And it says, it was kind of funny, they were like, it might be Aramaic or it might be Hebrew, but it's some type of dedicatory inscription like that these women probably funded before the mosaic. And there was also a depiction of Samson, but like his lower half, but from the time they know it was Samson because he was always way bigger than everyone else. And, and there's a picture of 2 foxtails being tied together with the torch, and I think it's from Judges, the story of Samson tying together foxtails to burn the Philistines' fields. So that gave chills down my spine when we saw the actual foxes, and like one lady reading a part from the Bible where it talks about that. It was really cool. So that was our huge discovery. So this coming summer, they will have more students going back and excavating more of it to see how far it is.
Second semester of my freshman year, and it was the best experience of my life, one of them. When you go, you spend the first month doing intensive ulpan, so you're just doing Hebrew for like 4 hours a day, and then you keep taking Hebrew the rest of the semester. But it's really cool because the first month you have time to explore, and you have a lot of free time to just, get acquainted with the time change and with the location and everything while you're also learning the language. Let's see, when you go to Hebrew U, we lived in the Kfar Studentim in the student dorms, which are like these apartments, and it's 5 people per apartment. And it's people from all around the world, which is really cool. Like I had a roommate from Switzerland, from Australia, England. So it's really cool to like meet people not just from Israel, but from like around the world. And so, yeah, you take Hebrew for a month, and then you do regular classes the rest of the time, and you can take them in English. And if your Hebrew is good enough, you can also take classes in Hebrew, which is really cool. I didn't do that, but you could. And it's a really good way, you just get to meet a ton of people from everywhere and Israelis, and you get a ton of free time, so I got to travel a lot. I got to go to Jordan, and I got to go to Europe over spring break. It's super cheap to fly out of Israel, so, because it's closer. So yeah, it was a really cool experience. Also, they have like school trips. Like I took over the start of spring break, we did Yom Yom, so it's sea to sea. You hike from the Galilee to the Mediterranean, or the Mediterranean to, no, the Mediterranean to the Galilee. Yeah, from one to the other. But I thought it was gonna be like a really legit hike, and then you'd hike, and then they'd put you in a bus, and then you'd like go to where you're gonna camp, and then you'd bus to where you're gonna hike the next day. So you get to see a lot of sites though. Yeah, they have a lot of really cool school programs that you can do, as well as free time, and you can explore a lot. Kabbalah class, which was phenomenal, and I took belief and ritual in Islam, and I took neuroeconomics with this Israeli professor who had like the biggest accent and this big afro. It was awesome. And then I took a gender class that I dropped, and then I took
What is Kabbalah?
Kabbalah is Jewish mysticism. Yeah, it's really neat, and especially because we got to travel around to Tzfat and stuff, and so you could see all these really mystical sites. It's the system that like we have these sphirot, which are kind of like chakras, and they're connected with like the outer world, and it's very interesting. All this kind of spiritual stuff. So, yeah.
Did all the credits transfer back to you?
Yeah, it was harder to get some to transfer than others, and some of them I only got like course equivalencies instead of actual credits to transfer. But hopefully, because we have because I think the first person to go through this official program. So now that this program's established, it'll be getting easier and easier.
Where did you do Old Pond the first one?
It's just like Hebrew U as well. Yeah. So.
Where is Hebrew located?
Oh, it actually has 3 campuses, which are devoted to different things. Like there's one for math and science and the Mount God. I was at the Mount Scopus campus, which is more humanities and stuff. And it's also where the international school is located. And it's cool because then when you're staying in the dorms, like some of the kids are international, but some of them are Israeli. Like I had a really good friend from Michigan who I met there, and who was with a kid from Minnesota, and then a Christian Arab, a Palestinian Arab, and a Druze guy. So like you can meet all sorts of people.
I have a question for both of you. Would you be open to studying abroad in Israel again? Or would you like to try new countries, or do you think it would be fun to go back?
No, I'm trying, yeah. So I'm going to be a master's student here next fall. I talked to Professor Stillman about it for a minute. So I'll probably either try and go, not this summer, but the next summer, or the fall semester. Whatever I can get funding for, and to get into classes to count, all that technical stuff. But, oh yeah.
I'd like to go to Israel, but I'd also like to go to other places. So,